all went down. Keep on watching. Thanks so much.
I was really curious to see if I could pull it off because I have such a problem with powders, and I think I'm pulling it off.
Hello. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time it is you're watching this video. Thank you so much for clicking on my channel. I'm Emmy, and yeah, welcome if it's your first time, and if it's not, if you're one of the 22, thank you for hanging in there. I know I've been on a hiatus for quite a while. I don't want to get too into it. It's just life is a little crazy right now. I'm super busy, and I really have been kind of filming, and then to be honest, like I film and I'm like, I don't like it, and I haven't used them. So this look right here, you're gonna see how I got it in just a second. Try to copy the SoniaFyza technique that Wayne Goss did on his channel. So if you've never heard of SoniaFyza, she is an absolutely amazing makeup artist. Is it Fyza or Fyza? I think it's Fyza. I think she's wonderful. Like if you want that full glam, like wedding day, a red carpet, real special event type of glam. I'm really excited. If you want to see that technique, keep on watching, and we'll get right to it. I'm gonna try my hardest not to skip any steps, but I don't want to keep pausing because this video will take forever if I have to keep pausing to look it up. I did watch the tutorial twice before doing this, so hopefully I don't miss any steps. Let's get it going. All right, so first thing they did, what did they do? Oh, so because again, this look is meant for like flash photography, for photo sessions, or for just an occasion where you're going to be on camera a lot. So it is a heavier makeup look. That's kind of, I feel like that's SoniaFyza's Fyza, right? Oh my god, now I'm messing up her name. I'm all over the place. Anyway, I feel like that's her specialty. That heavy makeup that looks flawless, and you don't necessarily, like, you know it's heavy, but it doesn't look bad heavy. It doesn't look cakey. It still looks gorgeous. So it's very much like special occasion, or red carpet. Any of you going to a red carpet? I don't think so. Well, maybe you are. I don't know. But, you know, just a special occasion. Okay, so first we have to illuminate the face, all the high points, kind of like where you would put highlighter. And so what this does is it kind of will make the skin still look luminous and skin-like under lights and cameras. For this, I've decided to mix my, what is this? My Photo Finish Foundation Primer. It's their Radiance with Hyaluronic Acid Smashbox. Here that is. It's kind of on the pinkier side. And then I'm also gonna put the Ciate London Dewy Stick. So I'm gonna prep my face with that. For me, I'm gonna make sure I don't put it on my cheeks because although I do love a luminous finish, I also feel like it brings out the texture of my cheeks. So I'm gonna start there. She's a big believer in using your fingers, so that's what I'm gonna do. Kind of work that in under the eyes, up here. I'm gonna kind of spread it. Ironically, I think I'm like putting it in most people, like what would be most people's T-zone. So I'm still gonna put it a little bit on the cheek, but kind of on the upper cheek area. As you could see, this is very luminous. It definitely catches the light and pushes it outward. So even though I haven't done anything with my under eyes, obviously, they're still super dark. I feel like the light is reflecting off of them a little bit and making my dark circles not look as bad. Okay. So I got that area super dewy. And just for the heck of it, to add extra dewiness, I'm taking this little dewy stick. This is in the color Glow. It's kind of the clear one. And I'm literally just gonna do this on my face. this works out. I really hope it actually turns out really cool. I'm excited about it. So we're all dewified, and now it comes the first layer of foundation. Yep, I just said first layer of foundation. So it's a first layer. And that's what we're gonna do. So just mixing my Makeup Forever and my Hourglass. Hourglass in the color Nude, Makeup Forever in 123Y 365. And so I'm just gonna swipe this on my face, like so. And I'm gonna take some of my Hourglass and swipe that. Kind of just mixing the two together. Obviously, if you have a foundation in your perfect shade, then you don't have to mix anything. This is more or less just to get the shade I want out of it. So using my Beauty Blender, I'm gonna pat this into my skin using very much patting motions. So some of these steps actually took really long, and it is something that takes time. I think this whole process, if done properly, should actually take you about an hour. So it is a time-consuming process to get it perfect. I mentioned this, that's really important because I'm gonna speed it up. I'm hoping this video, once edited, will only be half hour. But I'll let you know what things actually take in real time. Obviously, this foundation pressing in is real time because I've been talking the entire time. All right, foundation is on. Concealer, I'm gonna go ahead and mix my Tarte Shape Tape in medium light and my Age Rewind in neutralizer. So, because you guys know I love my bright under eye. So I'm not gonna put the Age Rewind on, okay. And with this, she uses her finger. So I'm gonna do the same and just really pat it in with my finger. And I'm gonna bring it down the side of my nose like that, right above my smile line, and I'm gonna bring it out a little bit, but not like all the way out, just like a little bit. Okay, just like that. So concealer's on. So far, so good. As you can see, that concealer isn't fully pressed in, or it's not supposed to be. But I'm gonna leave it as is for right now. So it's supposed to start settling. And in the meantime, I may have done this in slightly wrong order. I'm not sure, but whatever. I'm gonna prime my eyelids, and for my eyelid primer, so instead of using an actual eyelid primer, she used an eyeshadow, a cream eyeshadow that was kind of bronzy. So it basically, you see how right now my eyes have nothing on them and how they're naturally kind of dark around the eyelid. So it's supposed to mimic that effect, I believe. She didn't actually say that. That's what I'm telling you. Mix these three. I believe these are the Laura Mercier little cream stick eyeshadows. And I'm gonna kind of just do this on the lid. I think some of them are way too dark. Yep. And just mix them all together is what I'm gonna do to try to get a similar shade as they got. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and use a flat brush just because I feel like this spreads better with cream shadows. I'm gonna spread it all over the lid. And it doesn't have to be perfect because we're still gonna put plenty of more face makeup on to kind of work it all in and blend it out seamlessly at the end. Okay, and now just taking a finger, gonna tap that in further and kind of soften those edges a little bit. Okay, so my eyelids are primed. Again, I'm not 100% sure if they did this right at the beginning or not, but I'm gonna do it anyway. A little bit. Right by the eyelash line. I'm just gonna take my brush and blend that out. Just underneath the eyelash line. Again, this is kind of bringing back the natural depthness. That's not a word. The natural depth of eyes, you know? So they were definitely creating a very like natural-ish type of makeup look, ironically, but the focus really is on a very flawless face. That's the focus of this look. So, all right, that's done. And so now I'm gonna add contour. Or I'm using my LA Girl Proconceal in Mocha? No, in Beautiful Bronze. No, yep, in Beautiful Bronze. And so I'm just gonna kind of take this down. Whoop, didn't really squeeze any out. Okay, there we go. And she didn't, it wasn't like a line per se. What she did is she brought it up the temple like that. And again, the idea of this apparently isn't really to contour per se. It's more of adding definition back into the face. Because our faces aren't flat and we don't want them to look flat. Okay, let me go equally as high over here. All right, so that's there, and then obviously adding contour to the rest of the places. So the jawline. Okay. And then the nose. So that's that. And now I'm gonna take a beauty blender and just kind of push and roll. So it's a very like push and roll action with some pressure. And I may have not done enough product. I'm realizing that I think I was supposed to add a second layer of foundation, and I don't think I did that. Damn it. Already messing this all up. Maybe I am, maybe I'm not. So push and roll. And it is supposed to look not fully blended out yet, because what she does is a buffing technique with powder at the very end, and so that's supposed to smooth everything out. So I'm just using her press and roll, and they said to definitely use some pressure. Okay. So press and roll. No big deal. Using the same beauty blender, I'm gonna press in that nose contour. after the contour is done, again, I think maybe I didn't put enough concealer on. After that, she took a little tiny beauty blender and then literally just pounced and rolled that concealer. And she literally took about 2.5 minutes to actually do this. So I am gonna take that length of time. I think I actually need more product. Really pressing. All right, I'm gonna speed this up, guys. I decided to add just a little bit more product. Because I know she's not shy about using product. All right, guys, my concealer is all pressed in. And when I say pressed in, I mean it is pressed in. Did skip a few steps. There definitely was supposed to be a second layer of foundation, but we're just gonna skip that altogether. I think I just can't go back now. What I am gonna do is she definitely used more contour shade. And for me, I really like to put it all the way up because I'm trying to minimize my forehead. She didn't do that, but I'm sure you could do that however you know you want to for your own face shape and whatnot. So I'm gonna go ahead and take that contour shade and just do it my way up here. Oh, let me use more product. Again, it's just like that habit of not using that much product. But we're going for it. This is a special technique. It's a special red carpet event. So much fun. So let's do the damn thing, right? Anyone else out there watch The Bachelor this season? It's actually really fun. I know I'm probably not the only one, but obviously, I mean, I knew from the second he walked away and there Lauren and his date in Paris that it was going to be Lauren. Like, there was no denying it. There was like something creepy, weird with their attraction level. I didn't quite understand it, to be honest, but I did see it. I saw it right away. In fact, I was watching it with one of my best friends and I told her right when they were on that date, I said, that's it. That's who he's gonna be with. So I already knew drama was coming. Like, I knew. I said, nope, boy, you picked the wrong girl. And I love Becca, don't get me wrong. But I knew. I just knew. Anyway. I'll move on since maybe you guys didn't watch it, don't care, and now I'm just babbling. Now I might be over contoured, but we're just gonna work with this. Another thing I missed almost right at the beginning is that she did add some darkness on the eyeshadow above the cream. So I'm gonna take my Anastasia Beverly Hills, which one is the Modern Renaissance palette. I'm just gonna go into Cypress Umber. It's a dark brown. That's all you gotta know. It's a dark brown color because we're still creating a very natural look. And then I'm just gonna put it on the outside corners of the eyes. That's where I'm focusing it, just right there. I tapped off the excess because considering I already have the rest of my foundation on, that was definitely a mistake. Sorry, guys. But it just goes to show you, I mean, I guess we'll find out sooner than later, that even if you don't go in the exact same order, if you're trying to follow a tutorial, if you just get the major steps in there, you'll probably be okay. And I know she left it kind of messy because with all the concealer and stuff, it was going to blend out the edges anyway. Clearly, I don't have that benefit, but in that theory, I'm gonna go back with my tiny little blender. This is the Morphe one, and blend out those edges. Oh God. Dropping everything. All right. Trying to avoid fallout. With the blender. Okay, I do like that. It definitely did round it out. You know what I mean? Someone knows what she's doing. It's not me who I'm talking about either. Use a highlight shade to get underneath that brow bone. Ooh, I think I just put way too much highlight shade down. I sure did, because I didn't wipe off the excess like I was supposed to. I'm having trouble, guys. This is a mess. I'm gonna go back in. I didn't add any more product. I'm just trying to fix the overload of highlight I put on under the brow, because it kind of ruined the shadow. I forgot, I guess it's been a while since I used that palette. I forgot how freaking pigmented everything in that palette is. All right, I think we got it. This looks crazy. I'm gonna push it in just a little bit more. And again, she's very much about pressing this ish in. It's a press and like turn that she does. She's trying to like glue the products onto y'all skin. All right, I think that more or less looks like what she was doing here. You guys know how much I hate powders, but I'm gonna try this. I'm gonna really try here. She used basically a colored powder, but since I hate powder so much, I don't really have many powders. So I'm gonna use this one. It's my ProPowder, and it's translucent. So I'm gonna just dip the Beauty Blender into the powder, and it's not a baking technique, which is what I did appreciate. It's a get the powder on the sponge and press it into the skin. Again, she's very much about pressing. So she's binding that powder with the skin and with the foundation to set it all in place to make this ish not move. I mean, in theory, I guess you can be out to the break of dawn with this makeup and it's not going to budge on you. You know what I mean? Okay. So far on camera, this isn't the worst. And again, it's pressing that powder into the skin. And I believe she did do it underneath that contour as well. Okay. Oh, okay, I see how now it kind of took down that whole contour thing. I feel like it took it down too much. All right, that's okay. I don't know why I feel like I'm definitely missing steps on the face. I don't know. I'm sorry, guys, if I kind of am butchering this, but we'll see how much I can butcher it and how much it still either looks good or looks terrible at the end. I guess that's what we'll see. Some blush, I'm just using my Tarte Tarte. I believe this was the Sephora gift last year. I actually really like it. And so what she does is straight face, no smiling, no anything, can kind of just find the apples of the cheek and start putting that blush on. All right, blush is on. Oh, I'm looking alive again, thank God. Then she does go back and do like a powder type contour. I'm using a very old broken NYX single. It's okay. Again, I feel like I grabbed too much product. All right, just gonna, there we go. I'm just putting that in the contour lines. I just use the same brush as my blush. You don't have to have separate brushes for all these steps. I mean, you can, but you don't have to. So I'm just going over those contoured areas. Okay. Just adding back some of that contour that we got rid of. All right. So now let's go back to the eyes and finish the look of the eyes. So first thing she did, she added a little shimmer shade to the center. So I'm actually gonna take my ColourPop On The Rocks Super Shock Shadow. It's kind of a creamy feel and it's definitely very shimmery. And I'm just gonna plop that to the center. So it definitely has some reflectiveness to it. Now I'm gonna go back to the Anastasia palette and grab that brown that we put on the outside. I'm taking it on a flat brush, on the same flat brush that we spread the cream shadow with, but she took it on like a fluffier brush. It's fine either way. And I'm just gonna darken the outside and bring it in. Connects to the top. However, I don't think I added enough darkness on top, so I might add some more darkness. I just really didn't want to ruin the face, so. But now the powder is down, so it might be easier to wipe off. Only didn't add enough darkness to the outside. All right, let's add some darkness to the outside. Just gonna stamp it on right here. I did earlier, I'm gonna take that small blender and just make sure there's no hard edges. Perfect. All right, now we got that going. Super light-handed. Try to bring that in. All right, that's better. These Vito. All right, same to the other side. Now I'm gonna take my Anastasia DipBrow in dark brown and with this super tiny, small MAC angle. And now her technique is very detailed. I mean, she like draws on every little stroke of an eyebrow. And I don't think I got that kind of patience, to be honest. But I'm gonna try my best here for you guys. All right, I think my brow is good enough. Obviously, I still have to do the other. I'm gonna speed this up, guys, okay? I know I said that I'm gonna speed this up also. Right, brows are done. Eyelashes. just using my Mad Lash from the Balm. Let's go on top first and then pick them up. I will probably add just a strip lash. So she always does individual lashes, which honestly looks so natural and glam at the same time that definitely is the way to go if you have some time. But if you want to bring the extra drama and you don't care about looking like you're bringing the extra drama, then, you know, do the strip lash. But if this is like a wedding, you know, sometimes those individual lashes just look more bridal. Okay, so natural lashes. Okay, and so the one thing that apparently is like a trick of hers is for the bottom lashes, she really just goes for it. Like, she just goes all up in there. And what she does is that naturally will form like almost like a bottom eyeliner if you get it real close to the lashes, which is what she tries to do. And that way she can really pick every single one of those lashes up and give them mascara, give them some lash personality. So this is what she does, which I was actually super excited when he was explaining this, because I do this sometimes too, but I always just thought it was sheer laziness on my part. And now I'm like, oh my God, someone that's super great at this actually does it too and has a good reason for doing it. So anyway, she's really coating those bottom lashes, keeping it as close to that eyelash line as possible and getting in there. Because with mascara, once it dries, you just can kind of knock off that extra, and then all you're left with is kind of this more intense dark eye look. You know what I mean? On that line, which can really make eyes just pop without actually having to add extra eyeliner on the bottom, you know? Okay, I feel like my nose definitely needs to be contoured some more. So I'm gonna do that right now before I do this buffing technique that she's famous for. That looks a little nuts now. But now I'm gonna, now I'm gonna go and finish her, what she calls the buffing technique. Same powder I used as before. If it comes out, that'd be great. And I'm just gonna put that all over this brush. Ooh, I used the wrong brush. Damn it. I'm gonna start on the forehead because I know this has some contour shade on it still. That's okay though. I'm gonna start on the forehead. I'll start up here. And then I just buff it with a little bit of pressure. So what this is doing is it's melting it all together, and it's also creating that layer of powder that'll help your makeup last longer. Did I just wipe down all of that contour? Is it still there? And so now, starting from the bottom of my face, just really getting in there. Okay. All right. I'm just gonna go in with the Laura Geller Gilded Honey. I'm just gonna right there and up a little. Right there and up a little. Right there and up. Hairs all over the place. The mascara under my eyelashes should be dry, So I'm just gonna go in there with a brush that has nothing on it and just kind of wipe it away. Okay. And so for lips, I'm gonna use my NYX Suede lip liner in the color, what color is this? Soft Spoken. I'm just gonna line my lips. Now I'm definitely overlining, because that's just how I do. Did this thing to kind of make your lips stand out, which I'm really not used to, and I hope I don't mess it up. So I'm just gonna use the edge of the Beauty Blender. Just gonna pick up some powder and just kind of put it upward. Does that make a difference? Do you guys see a difference? Right here. It's supposed to create like I suppose maybe it gives you the illusion that you're always kind of smiling. I don't really know. But before that gets too crazy, let me wipe that off. Did it make a difference? I don't know. Let me know if you think it made a difference. I'm not really sure. And in her defense, I probably did it wrong. And I'm just going to go in with my Lip Land Liquid Lip. I'm gonna spritz myself with a little Urban Decay Chill spray. Any setting spray would do, because you want to make sure, since we added all these powders, that they melt into the skin. And so setting spray will do that. All right, guys, so let me come in close all. Now I'm letting you guys look at this super up close. Obviously I don't have any false eyelashes on. What do you guys think? Does my skin look flawless yet? Obviously I had major breakouts going on, so that doesn't really help. And I didn't spot conceal, which I could have done, but she didn't do it, I didn't do it. I really like the way the eyes turned out, actually. That's probably one of my favorite things. I did not do that extra layer of foundation, so that could be why it's not looking as flawless as when she does it. However, I do actually really like it. I am pleasantly surprised. Like, underneath my eyes, it doesn't look all separated and weird and cracky like a lot of times when I do powder. So I definitely think I am not a baker. I can't do the baking technique. My skin's just too dry for it. But when I just used that little bit of powder and I pressed it in, it actually, I think, did okay. My eyes do feel a little bit tight. It does feel a little dry, but I think that'll like get better over time maybe. I don't know. But this is the final look. Thank you so very much for sticking it out with me. I actually had a lot of fun doing this. I've been wanting to try to do this for a long time. I really, really, really enjoy her makeup. I do love Wayne Goss as well. Thanks to him, I found her and it was wonderful. So I always look at what she's been doing on Instagram and whatnot. So hopefully this inspires you to feel more comfortable doing something kind of real high glam or following the steps the next time you have a special occasion. I would definitely maybe try it out way before that special occasion first, because it is a lot of makeup and you don't want to be trying it for the first time the day of the event, because it could go horribly wrong. Never do something the first time of a big event, just FYI. So let me know in the comments if you liked it, If you want me to try it again a little bit more in depth, if you actually want me to try to follow exactly what he or what they did, what she did on the Wayne Goss SoniaFyza's class that they did online on his channel. But I really like it. And I guess the real test is, will it make it until I come home? Tonight is going to be date night. So being that it did turn out well, I am going to leave it on all night. I'll tell you down below in the description if I felt like it lasted through the whole evening. It is about noon right now, but I won't be home from our date night until about midnight. So that does give it quite a bit of time to do its thing, and we'll see if it lasted and if it still looks flawless when I get back at after midnight sometime. All right, guys, thank you so very much for watching. I appreciate it. Remember, spread love, not hate, and until the next time, bye. Hi guys, so that's how it looks. It's the end of the night. It has definitely worn off, but it actually doesn't look terrible. The eye makeup actually stayed pretty darn good. It was a very rainy day today, so considering, I don't think it's half bad. It has been on about 10 hours, so for that much wear time, I'd say not too shabby. Have a good night. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.